Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and today's video is just going to be a regular old chatty get ready with me. I'm not even going to talk about any of the makeup I'm using. I'm just going to ramble on about life, why I haven't been as consistent in the month of November, kind of what's going on in our life right now, and nothing dramatic. It's just been, we're getting close to terrible Jews, let's put it that way. So if you guys just want to sit, chat, drink your, I don't know how manyth coffee of the day with me, then keep on watching. Let's go. So currently Scott just took Phoebe to his mom's house for the afternoon so that I get a little bit of opportunity to get a little work done today. I am trying to work pretty hard on Vlogmas right now. I have 4 full videos already filmed. I have one that is partially filmed because it's like a multi-part video. I've been doing a lot of brainstorming about Vlogmas. Last year, kind of what wound up organically happening was, instead of how in previous years I had been doing daily vlogs, I wound up instead last year kind of doing like multi-day vlogs where like a vlog maybe covered 2 days of Vlogmas instead of just one vlog daily. So it was like a mixture of vlogs and my typical content, although I find that my Vlogmas content is probably more exciting in my opinion than my typical content, but maybe that's just me tooting my own horn. Scott and I already have filmed the candy cane challenge. I didn't realize until like this year that it's the only thing I've consistently done every single year on my channel since I started my channel, because I didn't actually do Vlogmas until 2018 and I started my channel at the end of 2017, but I did do the candy cane challenge in 2017. And it's just a silly video like I made up because my original channel like was just very silly. Not that I think it's very serious these days, but it was just like, I was like, oh, it would be really funny to see like if you could guess the flavor of candy canes blindfolded. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but now it's just like a funny tradition at this point. And I found some wild flavors this year, you guys. I am very excited about the ones I've found this year. Also, it was very hard to find candy canes that weren't very overpriced. I did not feel like investing a small fortune into the candy cane industry this year, so I hope you guys like it. I'm excited for you guys to see it. I'm very excited for Vlogmas. I had this whole conversation with Scott last night about how like I'm happiest when I'm making content, but I am the person who gets in my head before I film every single video. Like even just sitting down and filming a chatty get ready with me, I get so in my head before I film that like the content I'm making is not good enough. And what's sad is like I'm happiest when I'm filming, I'm happiest when I'm making content, and my favorite time of year is Vlogmas. It's something I always wanted to do before I even ever had a channel. Now that I have a channel, I get to do it every year. It's just so exciting. I hope you guys enjoy it. So Vlogmas is kind of part of the reason that I haven't been uploading quite as, I guess I want to say frequently, the last couple weeks, because first of all, I don't want to get super burnt out because Vlogmas regardless is an intense experience. Usually by the end of it every year I would be so worn out, but I always love looking back on my Vlogmases because they bring me so much joy and happiness. But it's a lot of work, but that's okay. Things can be hard work and still make you happy, aka motherhood. That's just the code of motherhood, I think. I didn't want to burn out my energies in November and not have any kind of fuel left to even begin December. I've been kind of intentionally slowing down the pace so that I can survive December because, you know, December is already a very busy month. There are multiple holidays, not to mention the 4th of January. It's the 2nd birthday in this house, so we still have that to work on. No birthday party theme determined yet. This child likes a different thing every day, so that still has not been determined. I'm not gonna lie, another reason content slowed down just naturally is because, you know, we've been having a lot of difficulties in parenthood, I guess you could say, if you want to put it lightly. We're at a very difficult stage. I feel like I'm constantly at a very difficult stage. Does anyone have an idea of when we get out of the difficult stage? We're having a lot of trouble getting her napping. Kind of what seems to be the solution, which it's just like how wonderful, is we need to get her up early, because if we do not get her up early, she will not nap. And when I say early, like her sleeping in is 7 o'clock. If she sleeps into 7, even 6:30, it seems like she won't nap. But we did get her up at 6 o'clock today and she took a nap. But it's just like very stressful on the days when she won't nap. And it just feels like somehow the only way I get more free time is by getting less sleeping time of her overnight. But She already doesn't sleeping great. I don't know. I feel like I have spent the last almost 23 months saying Phoebe doesn't sleep, and I don't know if that's ever gonna change. I assume it will eventually, but Phoebe really does not like sleeping. We don't know. It's like very up in the air. We're really playing this by ear, but we have a sneaking suspicion that at some point we're just gonna have to drop everything and set up her bedroom with a floor bed instead of a crib. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't want to go that route. I honestly would like to have her in a crib as long as possible, but I also know that some kids just don't work well in a crib. But I also know setting up a floor bed and like accessibility to her entire room means like the whole room not only needs to be baby proofed, so to speak, but like she needs to not be able to like get into things. Like there's a bifold closet. Like I'm not gonna leave her alone with a bifold closet. God only knows she'd pull the doors down on herself or try to climb the racks. It's a lot, and we are trying our hardest to avoid it for as long as possible because that's not something either of us are really ready for. The transition to toddler bed stage, basically. My skin has been so dry lately. It is not looking great. I used like the primerizer. I used the Nude Illusion here, and I still feel like from really close up I look very dry. Besides not sleeping, which I feel like is the constant, I feel like we've super reverted back to when Phoebe was an infant, and our biggest issue with Phoebe when she was an infant, like that first year, was she didn't want to eat, she didn't like eating, and she normally refused eating, which is the complete opposite of what a baby's supposed to do. They're truly supposed to eat. That's like their one job in the world: eat, sleep, poop. So I feel like we're back in that stage where like it's not even like Phoebe is a picky eater right now. It's like she has no interest in eating, and like foods she always loved are like she just ignores them. So that is a stressful thing as a parent. I assume this is something we outgrow as well. I'm just counting down the days as well for that. I think, Scott and I have come to understand that we just have like a difficult kid. That's just the cards we were dealt. Maybe one day she won't be. Maybe it's like a temporary thing, but for these first almost 2 years, like most things we've had to do with Phoebe have been incredibly difficult. We never really had like the chill, easygoing baby or a toddler who just goes along with whatever. It's always been very difficult with her. And there was literally no way we could have prepared for the card we were dealt. She's a wonderful little girl, but she is quite a handful. So speaking of Vlogmas, who are some of your favorite channels to watch for Vlogmas? I know without a doubt for me, like one of my favorites is Jessica, Braun, and Tyler. They post on Tyler's channel, but I just love their Vlogmas content. I couldn't even tell you how many years I've been watching it now, but it's one of my like comfort things is watching their Vlogmas vlogs. Does anyone else love this palette? This is easily my most worn palette of 2022. I just feel like it's such a random palette, but it's just so easy for me. I use this whole center row when I do my eye looks. If you had kids, let's go back to this, and you felt like they were difficult as like in like the baby and toddler stage, do you feel like there was an age where it started to get easier, or does it just get progressively harder? I mean, like I obviously know things by default get harder, but it is like walking on eggshells around here lately. This week is actually mine and Scott's 10-year anniversary, and we are taking a winning the toddler stage course because we don't know how to navigate the stage we're at this moment because things are volatile, I feel like, on the daily lately. I don't know, we don't get very many days off with just the two of us, just do what we want to do. This will be her fourth ever like night away. She's only up to now had 3 like quote-unquote sleepovers. One of those sleepovers was literally for my sister-in-law's wedding, so that wasn't really a relaxing night being in a wedding. So we haven't gotten too many nights to just like take our time, not worry about bedtime routine. The two of us are ready to just take a breath and have a break for sure. I don't even know what my Black Friday my Black Friday shopping plans are. I mean, we typically hit up Old Navy just because usually everything's 50% off. I could use some jeans, Phoebe could use some PJs. I don't know, money's definitely tight right now, so I'm not gonna be going too wild. Whatever I do get, I'll probably film some sort of a small haul, and that could be a vlogmas video for sure. Maybe you guys can hear it in my voice, but I just feel very tired. We've been trying to decide like what kind of activities we want to do, because we did do a decent amount of activities when it came to like fall time, but we were very cautious as to which types we chose. Like we intentionally did not do a hayride this year because we didn't think that would go too well with Phoebe at this stage. Last year we did drive-through lights and she really liked it last year. However, I don't think this is the year for that, especially because like going through the drive-through lights costs like $40 per car. So we do still have our season passes for Sesame Place and that covers parking. So we live about a half an hour away, so we might try to make it to Sesame Place one last time this year. Maybe take my parents, but like this time of year it's kind of hard to like pre-plan when you go places because it's very weather dependent. I really don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to talk to my parents and see like what their flexibility would be like with a Sesame Place trip, because I'm pretty sure we would have to go like, I think their like wintry light stuff starts at like 4 every day when they're open. That's not necessarily Phoebe's best time of the day, the early evenings, so we'll have to see. Every time I use this really old Catrice highlighter, I'm convinced I'm gonna hit pan in it, and I don't. I just lost my train of thought. My brother's texting. I think I need to take a step away from this foundation for a little bit. I really need something much more hydrating right now this time of year. I am just so dry looking. A good layer of that on today. I feel like this was a very scatterbrained kind of a video, but that is my brain on the daily. So welcome to the club, everyone. How are you guys doing with holiday shopping? I am not done. I feel like we're mainly done, Phoebe. I don't know. Shopping for a 2-year-old, it's like weird. Like she's certainly not going to want to open 300 presents in one morning, you know? So, I mean, for Christmas, we basically got her the play kitchen and then like some accessories and like a little coffee pot and blender and stuff. So like everything is like a kitchen themed toy this year. Hanukkah and her birthday, everything's so close. So I'm just kind of like splitting up the smaller things between those two. I don't know. Like I said, money's tight, so I don't know if she's getting anything big this year besides the kitchen. I just feel bad that her birthday is near the holidays and I feel like we're gypping her, and it's a guilt that I will have probably the rest of my life. But yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this little trip down my brain. It's very cold today. I like don't know how to wear these kinds of sweaters, but I don't have very many like very warm sweaters, and I wanted to just be very warm today, but it's like warm in my office, so like we're rolled up here. It's just, it is what it is. I'm going to go down and start working on some vlogmas stuff. I hope you guys are excited. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone has a enjoyable week if you celebrate the holidays. If you don't, I still hope you have an enjoyable week. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Instagram down below. Give it a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.